Alright, hello everyone, Internet Tomato here. Back again. Man, I have not changed my attire in quite some time. Yeah. I think my attempt for today is going to be doing the Children of Morrigan stuff. And I'm going to try to get that out of the way. Once I have that completed, I will then consider whether I'm going to be going to Quinacht. There's obviously tons of stuff I can do here, but yeah. Let's go here, let's level up. I noticed that I have another King's Soul, so it must be every single time that I must interact with one of those pedestals with the sword symbol. It seems that I get a King's Soul point. I have only 5 options left. A little bit of me is tempted to wait until I get the shield, because these aren't that useful, but I'll go over them again. When using King's Soul, you deflect all incoming projectiles. Dealing damage has a small chance to create weird essence, which can be collected to regenerate King's Soul. Finishers restore a bunch of King's Soul. When using King's Soul, your damage increases by 50% for each kill. And when using King's Soul, you receive 50% less damage. I think I'll make it that I deflect all incoming projectiles, I guess, of the options. In terms of attributes, I'm going to do spirituality one more time, because now I can bring in a keeper, see what that's like. And then over here, I have a couple of good options. I could reduce the stamina by 5%. I could gain some lifesteal, which is obviously not half bad. But I am tempted to do this, the Mighty Blows, so that the damage that I deal also reduces the enemy's stamina. But again, it seems like only a handful of enemies that would work on. So I think I'm going to do Fury without fatigue for now, because then I can attack more and I'll feel okay. Also, I don't remember if I mentioned it, but hey, 20 grand. I sold all my junk. I still have a little bit more junk. And I have enough money to buy the house here, which I am tempted to do, I gotta say. Very tempted to do. But anyways, let's see here. So I need to go to the Cromlech, maybe. Maybe do the Brachmialis stuff. Oh, can't do that, can't do that, can't do that, can't do that. Alright, not too many quests left. Alright. I don't remember the exact location to become a child of Morrigan. I believe it's somewhere over here, though. So let's poof here. Let's go. It's somewhere in this vague area. I'm gonna have to be searching for enemies on my mini-map.
We have company. You'll pay for that insult.
Okay. Oh, well, the spears I actually don't think sell well, now that I think about it. Alright. I picked it up, though. Now, where is it? It's a skeleton up there. Lovely. Bear attacking some deer. Maybe it isn't over here. But where else would it be? It could be in that area. Okay, let's go there first. Yeah, I'm trying to remember where you get the quest for the Child of Morrigan. It might have moved, but I doubt it. I probably just forget the exact spot. Yeah. Might be somewhere over here. I would see some enemies nearby. Is that a meteorite? No, it's just iron.
What's that noise?
Okay, I think that this is it.
You'll regret this.
Ow, bro.
Your money or your life. What a wimp!
Nice. Key to cage. Sounds helpful. You would notice there's a person in a cage over here. I'm gonna grab all the stuff first, because I have my priorities straight. Okay. What I saw. I don't know how well the machete actually sells. Looks like I got it all. Alright. Well, I think that weighs 0. Okay, hello.
Help! Help! I'm here! Help!
Open cage.
Much better. I suggest we leave quickly. You may have attracted some attention with your actions.
Who are you?
Vidar, the Pict. I'd add at your service, but we both know that's not how this works. Not here, not now, not yet.
Why did they imprison you?
I know the weirdness. And in these times, such knowledge is worth more than gold. That's why they captured me. And it's probably why I'm still alive. I overheard them say they're going to hand me over to some crow.
You know who Crow is?
Crow isn't a name, but a title. Crows belong to the children of Morrigan. I assume the one holding me was a hatchling. He would have been promoted to a fledgling if the handover succeeded. That's all I know. Can I go now?
Who's Morrigan?
You've never seen a desecrated shrine of the All-Mother. Incredible. I thought the terror of the children had spread far by now. Morrigan is their goddess, where the All-Mother stands for love, care, and peace. Morrigan is her opposite, a patron of war, death, and destruction. If the All-Mother is the light, Morrigan is the shadow.
Tell me about the children of Morrigan.
You have no mercy. I tell you what I know, but let's not linger too long. Someone might notice your work. Every bandit on Avalon wants to join the children of Morrigan. They control everything that happens in the shadows. Smuggling, politics, assassinations. They claim they're building a new world from the ashes of the old, under Morrigan's banner instead of the All-Mother's. That's probably why they're rounding up the Picts.
I have some questions about the weirdness.
You did save me, so I can repay you with answers. What do you wish to know?
Is the weirdness really that dangerous? Well,
It is and isn't.
yeah.
It depends on how you approach it. The weirdness is pure potential, an untamed creative force. If you fear it, your fear will create horrors. But if you enter with an open mind, a universe of possibilities will unfold before you. We Picts have been trying to understand the weirdness for years, to make it serve our purpose.
Where did the weirdness come from?
It has always been and always will be. But I doubt it has a specific origin or beginning. It's as natural to Avalon as any other element. You need not fear it, unless you yourself make it dangerous. Nothing will happen. We do know, however, that the Four Dwellers were naturally attuned to perceiving and shaping the weirdness. My people had to learn it on our own.
How can the weirdness be fought?
There's the trouble. You can't fight the weirdness. You can only try to push it away. It's like air. You can limit it by lighting a fire in a sealed room, but beyond that, it's always present. People use various methods. Weird candles, menhirs, Even bonfires fueled by ethereal cobwebs. They work, but my people prefer to befriend the weirdness rather than force it away.
Okay. Where were they gonna take you?
I overheard them mention the ruins of Roskri. It's a tiny village, long abandoned. I suspect its people fled to the Horns of the South. But if you're thinking of ambushing the Crow, I beg you, don't. These are dangerous people, and I doubt a Crow would come alone. However, if we pretend you're the bandit supposed to deliver me...
What do you mean?
They didn't keep me in prison for nothing. I can defend myself. I just need my hands freed. I propose we meet near Roskri and deal with the Crow together. Thanks to you, I'm no longer their prisoner. But I fear for my brothers and sisters. If they don't get me, they'll just find 3 others like me, and the horror will continue. I cannot allow that.
Alright, good idea. I'll meet you at Roskri.
Excellent. We must remain vigilant. The children of Morrigan are formidable foes. Thanks to our union, Avalon will be a safer place.
Okay. Spread your wings. Well, we're going to be heading up to Roskri. Bunch of potatoes, carrots. Let's go. I really do have a ton of food in my inventory in the stash back home. Alright. Roskri is to the north. Over there. Yeah, when I had Blade 0.9, I went here back and forth a lot towards the end. I think it was the last quest that I did. However, I kind of did join the Children of Morrigan before. After talking to him, I have a little bit of an interest of not joining them now and seeing how that will proceed. Isn't it this way? I guess I could go this way. Oh, there's a question mark. Let's see what that is. Stagfather Shrine. Uh-oh. Alright. I guess I already found it. Didn't even notice. Alright. Dealt with. And more stuff to find, huh? Tomatoes, roses. I think you actually could have entered this building before, like, there's a way to interact and go inside, kind of like a house. But looks like that's not the case anymore. Alright. I don't believe that existed before. Because I remember I had to run here every time. But anyway. Oh, there's boats. Anything over here? Doesn't really look like it. Okay. Ooh. Locke the Madman. Where others would waver, Locke embraced the madness that led him to numerous triumphs. He loyally fought under the banner of Seawall Firstfoot. At the end of his life, he met a madman's death, charging alone into enemy forces, a final brave act that bought precious time for his comrades. Interesting. Okay. Alright.
Oh, you're finally here, but our crows are not. I don't know what could have gone wrong. Maybe I misheard. Maybe I mixed up the names of the villagers. Oh no. They're here, aren't they?
The deer.
You won't get me. Over my dead body.
That can be arranged. However, it just so happens you're too valuable for us to simply kill you.
I'm not going with you. You won't take me alive.
Calm yourself, Vidar. You know exactly what you did, and why you'll cooperate with us willingly. Well done, Hatchling, for bringing Vidar to us. Your efforts will not go unnoticed.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll say I'm with Vidar.
Oh? Perhaps you'd like to learn just who you're risking your neck for. Vidar probably spun you some tale of being a harmless Pict, a scholar of the weirdness, captured by cruel bandits?
Yes.
So Vidar's a scourge to his own people. He's been hunting his own kin for years. He's the one driving the Picts from the region. If you support him and let him go, you may as well start hunting them yourself. The two of you can enjoy your genocidal romance together. And meanwhile, Avalon will lose the only force capable of fighting the horrors of the weirdness. Frankly, it's quite reckless.
Is this true, Vidar?
The only ones I killed are children of Morrigan. Yes, some of them were Picts. But once you swear yourself to that wretched order, you stop being human. That's why they lured me here, don't you see? I've slain those who murdered my kin, not the other way around.
Ah, so this is the bedtime story you tell yourself so you can sleep at night. How quaint. I only kill the wicked. I only hunt the guilty. Sure, sure. Tell me, Vidar, when did you start deciding who still counts as human? That sounds worse than anything the children of Morrigan ever did.
Okay, well, what are you gonna do with Vidar?
Oh, nothing terrible. Since he's been thinning out his own tribe, those best versed in the weirdness, we'll use him as a bargaining chip. We'll hand him over to his kin and let them decide his fate. In return, we hope to gain a scholar of the weirdness willing to work with us of his own free will. It's not a bad solution, wouldn't you agree? Believe me, we don't have to be enemies. In fact, we can help each other.
Okay. How could we help each other?
The children of Morrigan are dedicated to Avalon's well-being. Naturally, we operate from the shadows. We've long realized that working that way yields better results than marching under Camelot's banner in broad daylight. That's our purpose. Securing resources like scholars of the weirdness, guiding those in power to serve the people's needs. And we need more wise souls to join our cause. So, are you interested in joining our organization? Ready to take on the mission of restoring Avalon? All it'll cost you is leaving Vidar in our care.
So, I mean, the children of Morgan are a little bit obscure in this universe. I mean, I know that they're not very good people, but I guess my character probably wouldn't be aware of it, also probably wouldn't mind. Everything she's saying is fairly reasonable. So, if you won't be killed, alright, I'd like to know more.
Very wise. Edgar, please take our guest to a safe place. I'm pleased you're with us, Hatchling. This is Luth, your new superior. From now on, he'll be assigning the tasks you need to complete the rise within our ranks. If you do well, we'll meet again soon. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must tend to our Pictish guest.
Okay. From this moment on, your minds will listen well. The place we're taking over has some vermin holed up, nasty types, the kind you don't waste any time talking to. They need to be dealt with before we move in, and I've got no interest in handling that job myself. Also, if you find anything interesting, bring it back. You'll take care of it for me, won't you, Birdie? Yeah, I noticed, I'm pretty sure last time he wasn't voiced until the second time I saw him, sadly. Before I do anything, I want to know more about the children of Morrigan. Yes, I suppose you deserve some kind of introduction, but know that very few are afforded such a luxury. Most people would call us enemies of what they think is good. But I believe the world requires balance, and balance, nothing is purely good or evil, it just is. Okay. I thought the children of Morrigan worked with bandits. Depends on the bandits. When a group is simply trying to survive, our goals often align. Yes, we sometimes form alliances. But if they're just thugs burning villages for fun, then naturally we don't support that. We remove their leaders if we think the band could be set on the right path. True, some of our recruits started out as ordinary bandits, but thanks to us, they have the chance to achieve much more. What does your organization do? Maintaining order and safety, naturally. You might compare us to a night watch. We use any methods we deem necessary to reach our goals. Who's Morrigan? She's our goddess, patron of the capital in the far north. You may know her as the goddess of destruction, death, and war, but we see her differently. To us, she's the patron of change, a promise of new beginnings. To build something new, often one must first clear away the old. No death without life, no life without death, as Morrigan teaches, and I agree. What about the worship of Morrigan? Morrigan is a goddess of death, yes, but that doesn't mean she seeks immediate destruction. Believe me, the more wicked the soul, the more eagerly Morrigan welcomes them. She has no interest in claiming the life of, say, a child. That's all I can tell you, Birdie. The rest you'll have to discover on your own. I want to know who I'm serving. For now, you're serving me, you're answering to me. Forget the nonsense about cults and sacrifices to the goddess of death. Those are just stories. Peasants tell themselves to explain why bad things happen. In reality, it's nothing like that. So for now, just focus on your orders. Okay, I'll go. Off you go. Alright. So now I have hatchling everything. Can't imagine me wearing whatever this gives. Increases critical chance by 5%. Well, if I had enough perception and dexterity, I might take the hatchling breeches. But the boots, they have any use? Yep. Same thing there. Not too heavy. Sneak damage, not my thing. Just some armor. Okay. Alright. Let's track it. We're going this way, yonder. So, yeah, the children of Morrigan in the board game are, in fact, evil. So when he says it's just stories, it's like, well, they were definitely quest lines. It's not just stories. They are absolutely, they sacrifice people. They're very disturbing and sick. Very, very disturbing. They're arguably the most disturbing faction on Avalon. But anyways,
We have company.
so I think that it's possible
Your wealth is ours.
that they were rebranded in the RPG to be a secret assassin organization, because that is not how they were before.
This is going to hurt.
Well, I don't like fighting up here because I feel like I can easily fall off.
Your money or your life.
Bandit's Journal, that's what I was looking for. Watchtower's ours. Yeah, and it's filling with men that the children of Morrigan discard at the Crow's failed to see their worth, but I know better. Each of their rejects has potential, needing only a leader to guide them. In time, will be more than outcasts, so this guild will rise stronger than anything they imagined. Our numbers have doubled. Whispers of a guild are now shouts. The crows took notice. They'll regret it soon. Our raids grow bolder as we shift toward real influence. The horns of the south will soon be ours. Once secured, we'll be more than mere bandits. We'll be a kingdom unto ourselves. Today I heard of Rolf, keeper at the horns, paranoid and isolated. He's ideal for our cause. His delusions can be shaped and given meaning under my command. With Rolf's strength and position, we'll gain ground at the horn, securing the stronghold that will become the center of our power. Let Morrigan watch as we make history. Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably get into more detail eventually in a lore video, but the Children of Morrigan, for a time, you know, but it's like they would be like crossbred between different species. So some of the Children of Morrigan were like half bats, half man, and they did tons of sacrifices and would, you know, the place that they're at, I believe it's called Farpoint, is kind of just off the mainland, so you kind of had to have been flown there. So they would take people as these bat creatures, bring them onto Farpoint, and then sacrifice them. And it was pretty wanton. I don't believe that they chose anyone in particular. It was more so that it was just passerbys would be who they take. But now the Children of Morrigan are these guys, which does confuse me some. So perhaps they're also children. And things might have changed in the organization, but anyway.
You're back. How are things going?
I killed the bandits and found a journal. It may interest you.
Looks like the little bird is starting to grow its feathers. Let me take a look at that. Interesting. So, in the horns of the south, there's still a guy named Rolf. He's not the sharpest, but he thinks outside the box. With the right push, he could be useful to us. He'll never be a child, but the role of a mole would suit him just fine. Have a chat with him. Drop a hint here and there. Plant the seed. We'll handle the rest later.
Alright, how do you... One inside man?
Knowledge is power. Or something like that. We've always had trouble infiltrating what goes on inside the keep. Now, given the turmoil that prevails in the south, it would be good to be a few moves ahead of the rest.
Okay. Got some experience. I just gotta go talk to Rolf. Rolf? But yeah, so obviously these assassins are a little bit confusing. The Children of Morrigan are also found in the other Tainted Grail Conquest game, and they're obviously not these half-bat creatures. So I'm assuming that there's different designations within the organization, and some of them become these crossbreeds, weird creatures. But they absolutely do participate in sacrifices still. But anyway. But they also must have an assassination group among them. Anyway.
Let me guess. Camelot, no? Timberwall, also no? So you're not from the north? Ah, of course.
You must be from Connacht. I should have guessed right away. So, who's in charge there now?
I'm not from Connacht, nor Timberwall, nor Camelot. I'm from nowhere.
Nowhere? Never heard about it. Must be a shithole like no other. And I think I won't learn much about politics from you.
You know, people are talking about rising unrest in the north, and a secret coalition preparing a coup at the highest levels of power. And that whole plague thing is just a tool to reach their final goal. The Red Priests are also trying to get something out of it.
And to be honest, it's not gone too bad for them. The Druids are out of the picture already.
Secret coalition?
Well, sure. They want to establish a new order on our island. And it's not clear who's involved in the whole mess.
Maybe. Maybe our captain is even involved. Hell knows. They have their people everywhere. Damn it, you could be one of them too. Although when I look at you, I don't think so. You have such a stupid face. With all due respect, of course.
Yes, of course. Okay. Are you suggesting that someone intentionally caused the plague?
Wait a minute. I'm not suggesting anything here. I'm just thinking out loud.
It doesn't make sense that the plague appeared just like that. Out of bloody nowhere? Hell no. It's a high-stakes game.
Okay, so what's at stake?
Power over us, of course. Over our bodies and souls. Over Avalon. Over the whole damn course of history.
How'd I recognize someone from the Coalition?
That's the case. Those sons of bitches are good at hiding. They kinda blend in and live among us. It's hard to tell if it's hideous magic or some other tricks.
Alright.
You know, I've been thinking lately. What if King Arthur is just a stupid fairy tale? What if the nobles and others involved in the whole conspiracy just made him up? And us peasants eventually just started to believe in it.
You know, one story for everyone. They drilled it into our heads, and drilled until it finally stuck. And then they built statues, wrote books, and everything else.
Might be right.
You finally get it. It's just a pity that there are so few like us. Well, we just have to keep going, eh? And while we're at it, I have to get back to work. I'm on duty.
Actually, I have to talk to you about something.
What are you up to?
We know... Well, yeah. Well, I was just supposed to drop hints. I wasn't supposed to just straight up recruit him, right? But both of these is just like very straight up. We know, and you know what I'm talking about. You'll serve us from now on.
Oh, yeah? And why is that, exactly?
Really think Morgan's gonna look kindly on a bunch of pathetic thugs. Because all your friends are dead.
What? You killed them all? I'm fine. I'll serve you. Just please don't hurt me. I'd rather meet the goddess of death as her servant, not as one of the cursed.
Well, that was easy. This guy's just standing right next to me. Okay. Hopefully he didn't hear anything. Alright, he has been recruited. The children of Morrigan. Sorry, the game crashed, auto-saved right over there, so... I'm back to Luth.
You're back, and something tells me that the matter has been handled. Excellent.
Well, I'd like something more challenging.
As you wish. There's a boy, name of Abram. He fell in with the children a while back. I want you to personally see if he fits in with our lovely flock. If you decide that he doesn't, well, make sure he vanishes. For good. You understand? Perfect. Fly off and have a chat with our young friend.
Alright, sure.
When you're done, either ask him or search what's left of him. Unfortunately, he knows about our next meeting spot.
Okay. So, yeah. Also, while I was gone, because it's been like an hour since I played or something like that, I thought of a couple things. So first of all, I'm going to be completing this Black Tar Prophecy. I'll just get that out of the way. I might go to that Confrontation of Hope, which is the Queen Bee. I will consider it. And yeah. There are a couple caves I am interested in entering, because I want to see if anything is new in there. And then I'll probably want to go to Quinacht after that.
Beneath me, sustaining all life. Air around me, inspiring all life. Fire above me, infusing all life. Water within me, soothing all life. Bring deep peace to this secret.
You have no right to be here. Do you really think you can cleanse the great Cromlech with your filthy soul? Pathetic.
Who do you think you are? My soul will do just fine, arrogant wretch.
You'd know a thing or two about arrogance, wouldn't you, Dressed? I see you haven't changed one bit.
Knowing my name doesn't give you any right to claim familiarity with me.
Oh, I know more than just your name. After all, you once called me your little sprout. I was only a child when you left, but I remember you well. I remember the pain and sadness you caused. I even tried writing to you, begging you to come back, hoping it would make everything better. How stupid I was.
Iona, is it really you? By the gods, what have you done to yourself?
Me? What have I done to myself? No, this is all your fault. And you shouldn't put any faith in this one, unless you want to be stabbed in the back.
Well, enough of this. We came to cleanse this place, and if that means getting rid of you.
Sadly, it does. But there's a different way to do it. I managed to salvage some of my mother's work about the rite of passage. She believed that a failed ritual could be completed with a human sacrifice. A life for a life.
Don't do this, Iona. It will ruin you. Please, you can't let her. There must be something else that can be done.
Oh, you care now. Pathetic. You can stop pretending, Dressed. We both know it's not me you're worried about.
Okay, so you want me to sacrifice Dressed.
You catch on quickly, don't you? Yes, I want justice for me, and for my mother. I want him to pay for his crimes. His measly life for mine. The life that he put in danger in the first place. It's a fair trade, isn't it?
Alright, so by the way, the backstory of it is that her mom was a druid, and a very important druid, and he kind of got in with her romantically to like steal her work to advance his own career, and then supposedly he betrayed them and got them killed or captured by the Red Priests. So she wants revenge, and he obviously doesn't want that to happen. Okay, you're right. You should pay the end. Now I'll defend Dress. The answer is no. I'm done talking. Oh, nice. 2 hits. I take that. Easy.
Despite everything Iona told you, you still stood by me. Why?
Well, first of all, was it all true?
Most of it, yes. I am not proud of what I've done, but I never thought the consequences would be so dire. Sorsha, Iona's mother, was a marvel. True rarity in our lifetime. Female druids are a fascinating subject, yet in most druidic circles, they were treated like nature's mistakes instead of our rightful sisters. I wanted to be different. I wanted to approach her like an equal, and maybe understand how she'd managed to become one of us.
What happened?
Sasha was happy to finally meet a fellow druid who didn't look at her with disgust. She had accumulated a vast amount of knowledge, and she shared it with me. Delighted to have someone to discuss things with. We grew close, became lovers. I even tried to be something of a father figure for Iona, although I always felt like she never fully trusted me. Clever girl, my little sprout.
Well, so did you know what happened to him?
No, I didn't. After the charred conclave, the world became a terrifying place. All I cared about was my own survival. I didn't even spare a thought for Sorsha and Iona. I don't want to talk about it anymore, please.
Okay. Okay, she was insane. She's trying to blame you. I'm sorry. Yeah. What kind of creature was she?
A dryad. A phenomenon that occurs when a female candidate doesn't complete the rite of passage. As you saw, they are extremely powerful. Yet, they are cursed to remain more or less tied to the site of the ritual. I can't help but wonder if the solution Iona discovered would have worked as she claimed. It was not ideal, obviously, but it would still have been a breakthrough.
Sorry, I had to end this way.
But did it have to end like this? I'm sorry, but if you don't mind, I'd like to be left alone now.
Alright. Alright. Do I need to go talk to him? Heber will be happy to hear from me. I'll talk to him. I don't know if I want to do this quest. Now that I think about it, this isn't advancing anything story-wise. It's kind of a one and done thing. So I don't think I'm going to do the Queen Bee after all. She does give you a pretty nice summon, but you have to give her, I want to say 1700 Ethereal Cobweb before you get it, which is pretty expensive. Takes a while to accumulate. I do.
I figured it out.
What?
The mistletoe. Oh, how could I have been so blind this whole time? It's obvious, don't you see?
Is it? Please explain.
They weren't laughing at me, do you see? They were telling me to embrace the part that I play in the world. The part that we all play in the world. Listen, mistletoe was their sacred plant, right? We know it's a parasite, and in extreme situations, it can even kill the tree on which it grows. Why would you worship a parasite? I finally got it. They realize that if everything goes well, it has minimal effect on the tree. Sometimes it's even able to give something back. Even better, it's evergreen, so birds can feed off it in winter. And even though it's poisonous to humans, druids were able to make medicine out of its fruits. Do you see?
Don't? No?
It's so obvious that it's no wonder the answer eluded us all. It's not about the mystical arts, the scrolls, or the rituals. That's all smoke and mirrors. It's about observing nature and drawing the right conclusions. Mistletoe feeds off the tree, but it doesn't just take. It gives back, just like we all do. We always take from something. The trick is...
Oh, whoops. Is to give back more than we take. That's meant to be our role in the world. Sorry, I accidentally clicked. That's a bit depressing. Makes sense. Yeah, totally.
Yes. It's about understanding our place in the world as parasites, but useful ones. There's no more knowledge to gain besides what's already here. The trick is, we need to learn to see it. Ah, this is my new quest. Thank you for initiating this discovery.
No problem. By the way, the Cromlech is safe.
There goes another chance to join the guild. I really thought that scroll would be my way in. Instead, it just caused a mess I couldn't even clean up myself. Anyway, what happened back there?
An angry dryad trapped in the Cromlech.
Oh, now that's just fantastic. Another discovery slipped right through my fingers. I guess I'm doomed to stay here, curing hangovers for the rest of my days.
Maybe I'll finally be able to unwind a little. And there's still the mistletoe. I think it has a meaning, and I might be getting closer to grasping
Well, you
it.
just solved it, bud. Okay. Is there anything in here I want to get before I leave? Can already make strong health potions. Death, Flicker Bolt. Oh yeah, I was told that this is pretty deadly. Shoots a larger lightning shock jumping between 4 enemies. Interesting. Well, it's a... I wonder if the damage increases because of my spirituality, or how much more so it increases by. I might actually take up 0 damage. That makes no sense. I might actually take a peek to see. Also, he does have an origin potion. Actually, we'll see. Like my thorns. Oh, okay. I deal less damage. Great. Okay. Alright. Yeah, so I'm pretty much out of quests here, so I might just head over now. Honestly, I'm a little bit tempted to. As this is in Connacht, this is in Connacht. I'm not going to accomplish this. Maybe I will later, near the end of the game, or just at some other time. This is elsewhere. I don't remember if it's Quinacht or if it's Forlorn Swords. And this, I don't know where it is. I'm hoping that it's in Quinacht, because that's where I'm heading. So I I do want to go to certain areas. I want to go to Blood Lake at some point. And also I do want to go to Eckhart's Cave, because his stuff is good for possible future lore videos in terms of the stuff he says. So, or sorry, not the stuff he says, the stuff that's seen there. Also, this could be good too, maybe, as it talks about druidic weirdness. As not weirdness as in WYRD, but weird as in weird. Okay. Oh wait, no, this is the Cromlech area. Where is it again? Must be this way. Yeah. Okay. I might even go to the Tomb of the Old Druid as well. I already prayed here. Yeah. Alright, let's go. God's Cave. Alright. Oh wait, I just realized I never brought in the keepers. My bad. That's the whole point of my extra spirituality. And he has a bow. Splendid. Alright. Yeah, that was my bad. What happened to the other body? I don't know. Okay.
Stay focused.
Alright. Okay. A man was killed here. Oops. Took a plate and apples. Fairy tales and folk tales. Ken Helm from Camelot. Once two brothers, sons of a poor man, loved the same maiden, the miller's daughter, the wealthiest girl in the village. The miller, unwilling to marry her to a pauper, told them he'd give her hand, the one who brought the golden flower back from the misty forest. The flower grew in a clearing surrounded by weirdness, a deadly fog that could drive people mad or kill them. The older brother, strong but cruel, killed a knight to steal his armor, thinking it would protect him. Entering the weirdness, he was transformed into a giant boar. The younger brother, kind but timid, stepped into the forest cautiously. A fair-skinned lady by a tree told him, "Your innocent heart will shield you from harm." Encouraged, he ventured into the weirdness, but his blood boiled and he perished. For the fair-skinned beauty was a witch, and the weirdness spares no one. Yes, what a great children's story. Burning stone. Old steel ring. Okay. Argent potion, fireball. There's a lot of journals here. What does the ring do? Health and stamina. Okay. Yeah, I remember there. Okay, too loud, Quirko. I thought it was an enemy. Alright, yeah, okay, I'm not gonna read this one. It's about plants. I probably will in the future. Garrett's autobiography. I was born into the Tarian clan, a cousin to Yvain, who is the Lord of Quinacht. But my passion lay in natural sciences, not politics. I left Quinacht to study at Camelot's Royal Academy, becoming one of the youngest graduates, which is an accomplishment I'm so proud of. I eventually settled in the capital, where my parents encouraged by my mother, who worried about my lack of interest in marriage or legacy. But I've always been happiest in my library or laboratory, immersed in study and experimentation. Joining the Alchemists Guild and societies of herbalism and medicine felt natural among them. I found camaraderie and purpose, though my true focus remains the weirdness. I believe science is humanity's best hope against its mist. At the edge of the weirdness, I built a workshop to test my theories, a place where order meets chaos. It is there, that I search for the answers that may one day turn the tide for Avalon. Great. On the properties and potentials of ethereal cobweb. It's a rare product, is as delicate as it is potent. When thrown into the fire, it reveals its primal property, repelling the weirdness of idle defense against the mist's advance, yet we believe its potential grows beyond the single use. The Alchemists Guild is actively studying whether the cobweb may act as a conduit for life energy or as a protective amulet. Formed from chaos, but offering protection, it may hold secrets that bring us closer to understanding life's essence. This treatise calls upon all alchemists to join in exploring its properties with both caution and curiosity, so we may harness its mysteries wisely. This is the first one. Weirdness appears to be a chaotic fog, but I suspect hidden structure and order beyond my current understanding. Initial tests with metallic salts show the mist's reaction to alchemical compounds, altering their color and composition unpredictably. The spark of life, however, remains untouched by this fog, leading me to believe it operates on principles unlike those of our world. Today, I expose several organic compounds to the weirdness, expecting rapid decay, but witness instead a form of synthesis. Plant cells displaced unusual resilience, briefly sustaining growth in a way akin to primordial life. Is the fog acting as an incubator, nurturing rather than destroying? My attempt to isolate particles from the weirdness yielded trace elements that resist classification. These particles appear to cling to living cells, as if drawn by some intrinsic energy. Could this be a glimpse of the fabled spark? The particles dissolve on their own, leaving me questioning their role in creation. I need to start jotting my notes in a new diary. I'm running out of space. Anything else? Just this one, I think. Making sure there's no other books. Okay. I applied a controlled alchemical fire to samples of the weirdness, hoping to observe a reaction similar to combustion. Instead, the fog seems to absorb the fire's energy, growing denser and shifting hue. This may indicate that the fog can store energy, a concept I have yet to fully understand. Recent tests reveal the weirdness has no effect on inert matter, yet it resonates powerfully with anything bearing life energy. The fog's attraction to living things may explain its ancient presence, perhaps awaiting activation by life's very spark. This possibility could hold profound implications for the Guild's pursuit of the true source of life itself. In an attempt to draw out the spark of life directly from within the weirdness, I witnessed a reaction unlike any I've seen, a fleeting manifestation of form emerging from the mist itself. It held shape briefly before collapsing, yet in that moment I glimpsed pure potential, creation at its most raw and unrefined. This could be the first step toward unearthing life's essence. Okay. Alright. A lot of words there. Lots of stuff here. Okay. Yeah, there's theories about it. Repeatedly. Weirdness is called pure potential. You already have the Winter's Crone's Wrath. Oh no, out of my way, guys. That's like the shotgun attack. Anyway. Yeah, repeatedly you're told that it's like pure potential. Which I think could be true. I'm not completely sold on it, but you're told it by everybody. In the games, in the board games, in the video games, so more than likely that's the intention, or it's very similar to that. But I don't know, I'm still not completely sold. I feel like in a essence that's pure potential is a little too powerful. And if whatever you dream up can be manifested through training, I don't know. I feel like the world would be a little bit different, as I'd expect it to be. Alright, where is that guy? Is he up there?
Did you hear something?
Yep. Man, I'm stuck on that thing.
We'll make short work of you.
There we go. Yeah, hard to climb up here. Okay. Yeah, the reason I wanted to do this was to get that stuff. Arcanist Sword. I'll look at it. Maybe I can wield it, actually. Yeah, increases spell power by 10%. It needs some dexterity for it. Eventually, I will have to be getting dexterity, by the way. I don't know when, but one day. There's a lot of stuff here. Wait, isn't this that cart? Yeah. Must have missed that. Okay, so I can go this way. Great. Underwater. Something down here, for sure. Alright, let's climb back up. Oh, this is just the way out. Where is it again? Right here. Okay. There's a pretty easy cave. Alright. Yeah, do I do it? The other thing I'm considering is dealing with the Mistbearer. Oh great, weird night. Love it. Okay. Let's try to get out of here. But the Mistbearer is so close. I'll do it. It's too close. Ancient cave. I also leveled up. Look at that. I can probably level up out here, right? I don't see the four dweller chasing me. Alright, so I want to get one more endurance for weapons and, well, armor reasons in particular. Also, it is a bonus, and it is true, I'm kind of lacking now. I have no dexterity, I'm very low in perception, getting low in practicality. It's like I keep on getting to the next thing I need for weapons and armor that I'm just like, you know, practicality is becoming an afterthought, and it's like dexterity and perception don't even cross my mind anymore. It's a little bit of a lot. I need more max mana, so I'm gonna do that now. And the reason is because the summons are becoming too expensive. Alright, so we have what? We have 3 keepers. Yeah, okay. Let's go.
The Urge. There's nothing for you here, Wanderer. The doors are closed. And if I couldn't open them, you won't either.
Oh, I can.
Tyrannus of the Thoid tribe. Dalriata. And you?
Me? I don't bother introducing myself to be soon to be. No, it's a pleasure.
Likewise. Great minds think alike. And apparently they're drawn to the same places. If you're set on going further, you'll need every bit of life force you have. A curse for killing a member of the Thoid tribe could take half of it.
So, what is this place?
I thought that since you're here, you'd know what lies behind these stone doors.
I don't know what I'm capable of.
Many have tried. I thought I was worthy, but I keep failing.
Oh, I'm worthy.
I've been camped here for 3 moons. There's no life for me outside this cave. If I can't get through, this is where my story ends.
If I open these doors, what awaits me?
A meeting.
What will I meet?
It is death and magic. It draws its power from the ancient mist. Of those who went hunting for it, only a scant few ever returned to their tribes. Look for the mist, and in the mist for antlers and an evil eye. They say its feet don't touch the ground. Though those are the words of the madman who somehow survived an encounter with it. We call them the Mistbearers.
Alright, you want me to hunt it?
Everyone from Thoid wants to face one of those wraiths. And I'd love to get my hands on one of their corpses. Those are priceless and can be used for strong magic. If you manage to slay the Mistbearer, I'll pay you in gold for everything you bring back. At least I'll get something out of this pointless mission. Then maybe I'll invite you to further collaboration.
Sure. What do you mean?
Return alive and you'll find out. Good luck, Wanderer. May fate be kinder to you than it has been to me.
Let's go. Yep, it was that easy, bud. That easy. Did you press the button? Okay. Let's go. Done. Yeah, I don't know how much of this stuff I should take. I don't know actually how much room I have left. I plenty. Plenty of room. Alright, let's go to the right first. I think this is the same as it used to be. One hit, nice. One hit, still. Man, my weapon is quite strong. Alright, there's a book of the fall of the gods. Where's the All-Mother? Why does she not answer her worshippers' prayers? Has she abandoned her children to this land? To this land of pain and evil? Are the gods powerless, or do they simply bear ill will? Are they weak or cruel? I cannot answer such questions, nor will I pretend to understand divine judgments as priests and scholars do. Dwelling on these mysteries is futile. Instead, consider this. If the gods are not indifferent, where does that leave us? Some argue we must focus only on what we can change, and they're right. Within every man lies a divine spark, a gift that grants him not just dominion over nature, but a duty to heal it. His greatest tool is the human intellect, capable of shaping reality itself. Well, maybe with weirdness, you might argue that to be true. Anyway. Where is that? It's invisible. Beautiful Liliana in the Dalrita captivity. More smut. You can read it if you want. No judgments here. Oh, and the lustful Marquis. Okay, I'll go slower for you guys. There you go. Okay. Alright. Peppermint. Whoever was here really loved Liliana. Okay. Okay. Looking good. Okay. And Wolfsbane doesn't weigh anything, so. Alright, this is back to the center. Okay. Let's hurry through. Where is it? Here? Yeah. Okay, so I have checked both those areas. I've yet to scour this room. I have so many sharpening stones to sell. I'm telling you. So many. Oh, good job, guys. Cottage pie. Man, you did it on your own. Nice. Look at you. You guys don't even need me around here. Okay. Look. Don't push me. Come on. It's not like you can use any of this. Alright. Burdock root was locked in that chest. Strange. I've noticed that the loot system is semi-random. I believe all the rare items are guaranteed, but everything else you find, I think, is randomized. And yes, I've clearly been here before because I knew exactly where to go. Okay. Starborn Egg. Ooh, another one. Deals 10% additional damage. I might have two of them on my Galahad mace. I don't know if I can, actually. I think so. Hello. Anyone else? No, that's it. Okay. Easy. For whatever reason, I think that spoiled meat sells not half bad. I don't know why, but it does. Guys, I think it's like 6 or 7 coins. We're which kind of surprises me. And it weighs 0.1, so not too bad. Flaming Cloak. I will look at that in a second. Because I was there. Okay. There we go. Eternal Guardian Seal. Let's look at both of these. Flaming Cloak. Slowly burns nearby enemies. That's actually pretty cool. Practicality, I'm actually one away from that. I could totally wear it. Could replace the lifesteal one. That's actually not too bad. What was the other thing I got? This Eternal Guardian Seal increases max health by 3, and it's pretty lame, if I'm honest. Applies burning. Yeah, what happened to the Starborn Egg? Maybe it's not in recent because I've had it before. Is that true? Yes. There it is. Also, I have all those junk relics still on me. I think I need to talk to Osprey, who will tell me, hey, these are junk. But I have yet to do so. Alright. Alright, that went pretty well. Water. I don't see anything on the bottom here. Okay. Anything over here? Just making sure there's nothing to like dig up or anything new. Doesn't really look like it. Alright, let's get going. To the fight. Also, let's bring in the Keeper. Alright, here we go. I honestly don't remember. I know it's different. I don't remember the exact mechanics of it. Great. What? Yeah, he used to have skeletons, actually. Luckily, he's not even attacking me. Ah. Cool. My summons are actually doing pretty well here. It's a little bit of a shock. Ow. I'm just gonna use this. Alright, let's run in. What are you doing? How could I have executed there? You dead? Nope. Where are you? Could be any of you. This one. Alright, so I got a bunch of stuff. I'm actually going to quickly go into here because it used to send me immediately. So what I got from killing him is a Thunder Lash, shoots a medium lightning shock, shoots a great lightning shock, jumping between 5 enemies if I upgrade it. Mistbearer Horn, Evil Eye, not too useful. Unfading Ember ignites enemies when they hit you in close combat. It's actually pretty good. And a Weird Lantern, miscellaneous. Okay. Alright, we did it. Nothing to take from the ground, it seems. Just go to the portal. Alright. So, I think once this quest is done, I'm pretty much completed here. Like, there are odds and ends, but none of it is all too important. I will likely return here one day and complete it all, but I mean, the only thing I'm thinking about is the Blood Lake, whether I want to go in there.
I see the burn. You did it. Impressed. I wish I'd been the one to face the Mistbearer, but I bow to the one who managed to slay it.
Here are the Mistbearer's remains.
Excellent. And here's your reward.
Alright, you mentioned something further about collaboration?
Yes, I did. With your courage, you've proven yourself a worthy candidate for the ranks of the Alchemists Guild.
Nice.
And to be honest, it's been a long time since I've felt this confident about a new guild member. So, if you're interested, I might have a few assignments for you. What do you say?
I'm in. So what do I do now? What's my first task?
We have a valuable member, a researcher of the weirdness named Eckhart from Connacht. A very wise man. I have my own mission to complete, so finding out why he hasn't contacted us falls to you. I'll mark his workshop on your map.
I already saw him.
If something unfortunate has happened to him, at the very least, recover his research.
I did.
Let's meet at the statue of the Morning Harpist in Connacht.
I already found the research journals, so...
Truly? Well done. In that case, we'll meet later at the statue of the Harpist near Connacht. Until next time, brave one.
Alright. Bunch of experience for that. Got a block of ice. What? Okay, blocking applies a buildup of chill to the attacker. That's actually kind of cool. Alright. Bunch of experience for that, man. Alright, there's not too much time left. Trying to think if there's anything I want to do quickly. Wow, it's still weird night? Or has it been a whole day? I don't know. Yeah, so there's not too much to do. I could attempt this. This is another case where I've been told that the summoners do not work against the fight. And you can either fight her or fight somebody else. But I don't want to fight the other person. So I'm kind of, kind of stuck there. Well, yeah, since all I have left to do here is Blood Lake, as far as I know, it might be... Oh, okay. Now I could take it off. It might be over. Like in the next episode, this might be my last episode in the Horns. I am tempted to buy the house because I can afford it. 23 grand over there. But at the same time, I know that the house in Connacht is more expensive. Yeah, miss. So I may wait for that. So just take all this stuff. Actually, there was a little fight I wanted to do over here. Where am I exactly? Yeah, I want to go the other way. Yeah, so maybe I'll do that, and then I'll finish the episode. Because I did want to do it at some point. This is it, isn't it? Yeah. Rosemary. Okay. They should fix this. There's only one way to get across, and that's jumping. But I've fallen down several times. Okay. Wish that there was a way to... Oh yeah, I could use an ability to unsummon. Couldn't I? 3, 4, 5. Alright. there's an enemy over here. They might start fighting before I can get them all in. Is that enough? Be close. Nope. Okay, let's go. It's a Bugain. This thing deals a hefty amount of damage. In olden times, it did one-shot me, even at like level 30, 35. So, I don't know if he remains that deadly. Or if he seems to be too focused on my Corpse Eater. Is he even hitting my Corpse Eater? Yes. Yeah, the only problem with these keepers is that they're solely ranged, right? Go after one of my... Yeah, that big hit, it has killed me in the past. Okay, we got him. Alright, that works. Let's dig up some stuff, see what he was hiding. A bunch. Okay. Reduces stamina usage while blocking by 10%. No. No way, honestly. That's pretty lame. Doesn't look like anything else to dig up. I don't think. Looks pretty clear. I'm sure that there's a bunch of small things I've missed here. Like in the entirety of the horns, I'm saying. But oh, this meteorite? No. Fine, I'll grab it. I am a little low, I think. Right. Yeah, well then, yeah, there's nothing really to do. Again, the only stuff that I can think of to do are kind of odds and ends that don't really matter in the long term, except I probably do want to do the Blood Lake before I leave for good. I can become a keeper. I have not done so. If I do, I get a small quest line of essentially slaying a bunch of bandits in the area. Again, that's another thing where it's like, it's just going to take me some time, and it doesn't add to, it'd be cool to be a keeper, but it doesn't really add to the lore videos, or, yeah, or anything in the future as far as I'm aware. Alright, I'm going in here. I'm looking for One Eye, just out of curiosity. Doesn't seem like he's in here. No. Okay. We'll see if he's in the quarters over here. But I haven't seen him at all. Unless he went to the tribes. I suppose I could just become a keeper officially. Anyway. Just because. Maybe I will. Hello. Man, there's a lot of stuff here. I'm done with the ritual. You said I can become a keeper.
You actually went through with it, huh? I can't say I understand why anyone would willingly take on that mess. But if that's what you want, who am I to argue? Now, as tradition dictates, you have to kneel, and I have to recite some words. In shadows and mud we slog. In burden and boredom we suffer. We guard the clueless, fix the hopeless, and carry the weight because nobody else bloody will. We're the lantern running out of oil, the lighthouse no one bothers to look at, the rope that snaps when you need it most, the hands that shield, mostly from our own bad decisions. By this joke of tradition, you are bound. By this nonsense, you are trapped. There, you're a keeper now. You can pick up your meals from Ruark at 6 AM. We start training at 7 AM. You sleep in the barracks. I'm joking. I know you won't stay here, but if you're up for some work, let me know.
All right, what kind of work?
Well, while we've been bickering about politics and playing at diplomacy, the bandits and every other kind of scum have been crawling out of the woodwork. Turns out chaos is a great breeding ground for parasites. I'd greatly appreciate it if you helped clean them out so we can get back the terrain we've lost.
Okay, so I have a bunch of keeper stuff. Okay. Dude, I probably will talk to him a little bit here. May as well just do it now while I'm here. Yeah, do you trust the Del Riata? Their culture seems very different.
Trust isn't a luxury we have right now. We understand enough. They can fight. They're quick to learn the land, and they're just as desperate to survive as we are. And they don't really have a choice. Their enemies are our enemies now. If they turn on us, they'll still have to face Camelot's anger, and they stand a better chance with us than without. His self-preservation's a stronger glue than any oath or banner. We'll figure out the rest later, or we won't. But at least we'll know the outcome, because we'll still be alive.
Okay. What happens if the Del Riata refuse to follow your orders?
Well, then I'll do what I've always done. Adapt, compromise, survive.
Alright, so if your plan fails and Camelot comes knocking, what's the backup plan?
All I can tell you right now is that we'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
Okay. Well, so now I have a bunch of things I can do. And all my keepers. Okay. Right, so now there are tons of areas scattered around where I have to kill everybody in the area as well as the leader. Over here, same thing over here, and over here. Then I get a bunch of gold and experience and stuff. Again, I mean, part of me is tempted to do it just because they have some nice items, but I don't think I will. I think I want to continue the game. I'm very close to level 26, but yeah, I want to go to Connacht. I want to go to Connacht in the next episode. I want to advance those storylines. I'm falling a little bit behind because I play like an hour and a half a day, and some people have played like 16 hours a day on the first day, and they're to where I am right now. Or like on day one they were. By the way, I think I had mentioned it, but I did try to do a little bit of a speed run to see a little bit of Connacht, to see a little bit of Connacht, and yeah, it took me about an hour to complete all of this area, and I got partially through the Connacht quest line. So yeah, you actually can do this really fast. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like. Please consider subscribing. If there was an issue with the video, please leave a comment as to how I can improve in the future. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, and I really do hope to see you guys in the next one. So yeah, see you later. Bye-bye.